I got my first period when I was in India, which is already not a good sign. And then I also got it when we were at a resort. And it was like the super famous resort. We were so excited to go, but the main attraction at this resort was the pool. And like I was too scared to use tampons, so I was just like sat by the side of the pool being sad, like when everyone was like in the pool. And everyone was also really happy because my parents told everyone I got my period, and they were like, oh my gosh, congratulations. And I was like, no. And like I was like sitting crying on my bed and like being like, I'm gonna bleed for the rest of my life. And like my mom was trying to be like, no, it's okay, like it's only like once a month. And my dad was like calling people being like, guess what guys, she got her period. And I was literally, I remember crying and being like, Dad, stop it. And he like kept calling on people, and like they all like, and like honestly like I'm like 85% sure the reason why is so like everyone knows you're like you can get married, because I so like, and like it was very traumatic like at once to like, because I was 11 and I was like I wasn't able to go in the pool. Everyone knew I was on my period. I was in a lot of pain. I hated pads, and it was just like so much to deal with at once.
I'm hypercognizant of actually how I smell when I'm on my periods, because sort of talking about the biology of periods a little bit. Your period, it's blood. There's a bunch of nutrients in that menstrual blood, but also iron, and iron has a very, very pungent smell. And you could be the smell that wafts from the toilet when you're on your period is a very strong metallic smell. When I leak on my pants, that's especially shameful and embarrassing for me, and it happens a lot to me.
It took me a really long time to get used to pads. Like by really long time, I mean like years. Like it was like because I would just like bleed through every time. Like in high school and middle school, there were so many days I like bled through pants, or like one of the worst ones was when I was a freshman in high school. I like got blood all over the chair, and like I had to like talk to the teacher after class, and I was like, hi, like my chair, like there's like stuff on it, and she was like, is it womanly stuff? And I was like, yeah. And she like was like, okay, just close the door on your way out. And like so like a lot of people in high school, they're so like supportive and everything, but it's still just so embarrassing. And like having to like tie the jacket around your waist, like everyone knows why you're tying a jacket around your waist.
I guess if my flow was like big and like it's like an accident happened, then I would be really like trying, like really aware of not like screwing myself even more.
No, I haven't felt embarrassed. I feel like when I'm in pain or like I'm on my period, I don't care who's around me, like I'll just talk about it. It's something that I'm comfortable talking about, just because I talk about it so much with my mom and my boyfriend. I'm just comfortable talking about it with anyone. I feel like, I don't know, I just feel like it's something that everyone should know about. So if it's a problem to me, or if it's something's going on with it, I don't care if you don't also have a period, I'll talk about it.
It's probably because of like just the culture that we've grown up in. Definitely seeing like adult figures not talk about menstruation is something like I think that has definitely impacted me the most.
I think part of it is the fact that we aren't taught, in America at least, we're not taught to talk about hard things. You can like make fun of things, but you can't, like you can make jokes about racism, but you can't actually talk about racism. You can make fun of people for having their periods, but you can't actually talk about the problems because we're so socialized against that.
I think that we've grown up just shrouding this whole process in mystery. And then because it's so mysterious and we don't know much and we don't know to ask very much, and from the experience and the environment around us, no one talks about it. Naturally, we're inclined to also be quiet about it without really understanding why.
It's thought of as so taboo. Like everyone's heard like the jokes about like a girl on her period like making like irrational decisions, and like everyone's heard like like the arguments like about like why like Hillary Clinton shouldn't have been president because she's a woman. She could like start a world war with like when she's on her like period. And so I think it's just like it's difficult with like all these like stories that like people tell and all like the rumors and all like the I guess like stereotypes about it.